Hey guys, welcome to the Testing Academy. My name is Pramod, and in this video, I'm going to teach you how to perform the local testing with BrowserStack. So this is going to be a definite guide where you will learn about the different concepts of local testing, when to do, where, when you should do it, how you should do it. So everything is there. So let's get started. Alright, so guys, before starting out, I just wanted to tell you that there are like lots of API testing tutorials available on the same YouTube channel. So I would highly recommend you, if you are interested in learning API testing, go watch these tutorials. There are few tutorials that I have added for Selenium interview question and answer. So if you are preparing for Selenium interview or any kind of automation or QA engineer, definitely do check those out. If you're interested in Cypress web automation and especially the web automation related to UI and all, then Cypress tutorials are there also. And few of the videos that I have added, especially for the automation mindset. So how to switch from QA to automation, all these kinds of mindset required, I have added a certain videos. I would highly recommend you to watch the tutorials. All right. So let's get started. So the first question is that what is local testing, right? So local testing, as you can see on the screen, that it's basically testing your web application, which basically resides on any kind of internal server, or they may be behind private servers. These can be basically these application can be resides on staging servers, right? So lots of time when we are basically testing the applications, we don't want that these application resides on public internet. Means no one can basically access those applications, right? So they will reside on your private networks. But how do I check if I want to perform any kind of cross browser testing, right? And if I want to use the cloud service provider to perform the cross browser testing like SourceLab, BrowserStack, how do I do that? The whole so the answer for this question is that local testing. Basically you can do that all the things, or basically you can access your staging environment or your servers which are behind the VPN firewalls using this mechanism. And testing or any kind of application using this mechanism is basically known as local testing, right? So in fact, like lots of applications like which contains HTML, CSS, JavaScript are non-accessible, right? And which basically sometimes blocked by a VPN, firewalls, right? So, or you have a certain web application that are right now in progress, right? For example, if you're a startup and you don't want to, and you're developing basically on localhost 8080, right? Most of the time you're developing these kind of applications, so that you can do that. And you want to basically check it out with us. Basically services like BrowserStack to basically check it out about the cross browser, then you need to do the local testing, right? So how it works basically if we talk about it in a simple manner, maximum of the services, even if we talk about SourceWeb, BrowserStack, Lambda test, any one of this, mostly if you have any kind of application, for example, we have a localhost API application, we have staging.web app, basically a local server, or suppose I have a mobile responsive app that I'm developing which resides on a folder. What you do is that you basically have a certain kind of a tunneling server which basically hosts your applications temporarily in the networks of the service cloud these cloud providers, basically like SourceLab, Lambda Test, or BrowserStack, right? So the question is that why it is important, right? Lots of people ask me, means why do I want to test basically local? I want to do local testing, right? So nobody tests on production, guys, and most of the things, about 95%, I would say that people are they do test on the basically private servers or staging environments, right? With the staging servers on local testing, we can catch early works, right? The lots of beta mobile applications that you wanted to test. If you have any kind of, or you want to basically check it out for different version of iPhone, different version of uh, Android, right? If you want to cover the fragmentation of Android, right, the different version, and you are in an early state where you're just developing this application and you want to test it out, definitely you can leverage these local testing, right? Suppose I have a folder that I wanted to test it out. It's a folder file application which will be a hybrid application, but yeah, I want to perform a CBT, or I want to see the responsiveness of this application over the different OS versions or Android, iOS, different resolutions. Definitely I can do that with this local testing concept. I hope you have got the point, right? So let's come how to do it, right? The point here is that how to do it. So it's very simple. If we talk about, I'm going to talk about here in this video, especially about the browser stack. So I believe it's one of the great product and very easy to use, and they provide free trial, so you can definitely use that. So how you can do that? You have basically three ways that you can use. For example, the first and the easiest way is to use Chrome extension of a browser stack. So if you want to use any kind of application. For example, there's a particular application that you are running on a port 8080, right? And you want to check basically this application on different platforms, different OS version, different Chrome version, different Firefox version, Safari, if it is working or not on a different resolutions, then you can do that. Second way is using the BrowserStack local app, right? And the third one is the local testing with a binary. So binary file, it's basically like a simple exe file that you are running. So that on your local machine or any kind of machine that you are using, and that can basically allows you to access the BrowserStack cross-browser platform, right? So I will highly recommend if you basically if you perform any kind of a continuous integration and continuous delivery, right? So CI/CD, if you follow, then 90% of the people who try to use any kind of cross browser platform like SourceLab, BrowserStack, they prefer to use it in a certain kind of a code mechanism, right? They want to automate it. They want to see the responsiveness. So basically, all things they do want to do in the code platform, right? So most of the preferred users are on local binary, running the binary concept, right? So let's see how you can use it. The first way is Chrome extension, which is very simplest one to perform local testing. You just need to install Chrome extension, and it's very simple to use it, right? So let me show you how it's done, right? So I am at the platform right now, and let me do one thing. Let me run a server. uh, let's let's open a new console, right? Let me see if I have installed HTTP server. Oh, HTTP server is not installed. So npm install. Okay, so guys, this is I know it will take a little bit time, but yeah, I need to. So what you can do is that you can install HTTP server, which basically is a temporary server, right? It's going to take a second. So let's see. Right. So now HTTP server is installed, right? So let's run a particular server at 8080 port. Okay. Okay, I need to check. I need to close it and run it again. Okay. So let's see if we can run the Python server. HTTP server module python.exe. Okay, so I'm having some issues with. Let me close it again and let's run again. Okay. So let's do one thing. Let's do install using -d. Okay, I want it to available at be everywhere, right? Oh, install. So -d is basically used for global, right? And let's install it now. And let's see if it is running now. Right. So it started, right? So let's open localhost 8080. It is running on 8080. Yeah. So if I open this one, so I have a directory, right? Suppose this is your web application that you wanted to, right? Uh, that you wanted to check. So let's do one thing. Let's download admin bootstraps so that you have a better understanding what's going on, right? So suppose this is my uh, app that I'm developing. I want to perform a cross-browser testing of it, right? Let's download it. right? It is available here, so it's downloaded, right? And it's done right here. So let's extract here, right? So it's available here, so I'm going to type cmd here so that it is available. And let's do one thing. Let's close this server first, and let's again type http server dot. Right? So now if you see here, what will happen is that your application will start running. So it's a already pre-made kind of a application. Right? So we are running this application. Suppose I want to test it out on a different platform. How do I test it? So let's go to Windows 10 and let's open Chrome 79. So I'm on a free trial as of now. So let's open Chrome 79 and see if this application is accessible or not, because this application currently resides on my local environment right? So here we have, and right. So localhost 8080, right? So now, as you can see, it is accessible because I have already installed the extension before that. So before running this, if you haven't installed the extension, so let me show you if I haven't installed the extension, uh, BrowserStack local. Okay, let's close it and remove it so that you can get the point here. Okay, stop the session and let's start it again. Right. So the first time when you try to access this URL, because this URL is accessible on the localhost 8080, which is like a local environment for me, and if you try to access it, it will basically get timeout, right? Here, what you need to do is that you will get an option to download the extension from here, or you can directly, what you can do is that just go to BrowserStack Chrome extension, local Chrome extension. You can just Google it around and download it, right? And add app and close the session as of now. So it is downloaded now, right? So close the, so here you can see that there's an option is coming right now that to enable the local testing. Just click on enable and it will basically tell you to launch the app. Okay, that is launched, right? Install extension, yes. So you can install the BrowserStack extension also. So there are two extensions which are getting installed, right? And let's click OK. And it basically trying to reconnect again. And here we have. So now, as you can, so now you will see that this server is hosted now, right? So I can test this on different environment. I can check it on different resolution, right? And similarly, what I can do is that I can even go to Android and suppose I wanted to see if how it's looking on Moto G, I can do that also. So that's how a local testing works. This local environment is getting access through through the particular tunnel. So it's right now this tunnel is from the Chrome extension, which is getting accesses, and your basically you can access your local environment here, right? So now, as you can see, it will open. If we open again localhost 8080, it should open it, right? So that's how local testing works if we talk about the Chrome extension, right? That makes sense, right? So this is how my application looks like on Moto G. And meanwhile, I'm developing this application. I can test this application. So this is the benefit of local testing, right? I'm doing a cross-browser testing even. So let's stop the session and let's basically stop the extension also, right? So let's do one thing. Suppose I don't want to use Chrome, right? And most of the time people are using in a environment where, for example, they have a CI/CD environment, right, where they don't want you to use the Chrome extension and all because they don't have any kind of GUI to interact with, right? So what they can do is that they can either install BrowserStack local app, or the most recommended way is to use any kind of a binary, right? So binary, how you can, what you can do is that, so if we talk about the local testing, you can use in the four products, right? You can test your applications, apps. This is the live session that I am currently interacting with. Automate is like whenever we want to automate using Selenium, right? App automate is basically whenever we are doing performing APM scripts, espresso scripts, right? So let's do one thing. Let's see the most recommended way, or I would say the most of the time, if we are here running on any kind of, if you want to test it out using Selenium and you want to basically check on your staging server, if you want to run your automation or your staging servers, and this is how you can do it. You have your scripts created, right? So what you will do is that you can download the binary, uh, go to this link, download the binary according to it, according to your basically kind of basically the OS, right? So you have OS, Linux, and Windows, right? So I have already downloaded it here. If you go to VS Local, here is the binary. If I double click on it, right? So right now my antivirus is going to scan it. It doesn't matter. So here it is. It is getting open, right? So let's see it's starting. Okay. So by default, what it will be give you is that it basically try to host a local, basically try to help me with how you can run your binary, right? So let's see what is my key now. I don't know my key, so if you don't have a key, click here. If you are already logged in, you will get the key. So this is my account, so I will get the key, and I will just enter the key and click on connect, right? So now what will happen is that this is your local host. This is the tunneling server. You have connected it, and this is the browser stack. So all are connected. So this is a very similar to the Chrome app that you have installed, right? And here you will have a GUI which is basically hosted on your local machine, right? And here you have all the options available, right? Force local is there. You can add the proxies that you want if you have any kind of proxy on your system. If you want to see logs, if you want to add log files on your machine, for example, if you are performing CI/CD, you want to get the log files, right? So you can mention that, okay, my log should be created on this one, access.log, right? I can have a pack files for proxies. I can have even MITM proxies like DALT and all to be submitted, right? So let's do one thing. Let's add access log as well as verbose log, right? And click on update, right? That you can do. So it's updated successfully. I can close the server now. It's basically running here. You see. So now what will happen is that my pantry, everything is running, right? What I need to do is that now I can access this using any app live server. I mean to say basically, now again I can similarly access it, right? So because Chrome is already available using that, you can say extension, right? If you are using binary, I would recommend you to use Firefox or any other like Safari and all. It is very much makes sense to use it because Chrome, if you talk about Chrome, Chrome binaries, Chrome extension is already there, right? So if you open the same browserstack.com library browser.com on Firefox, you will able to access this the same server. So the similar way that I have shown you in the Chrome, right? And there are furthermore further options available in binary that we can explore in a other you can say in other tutorials, right? In the next tutorial, probably we are gonna access it. So here you can see access logs are there. So now basically it's basically telling us that okay, the session has started, right? So that's all in the part 1 of the video. In the next part we are going to see about how to work with local binary, and we'll try to run one automate small session also, and see you in the next video. All right, so if you have any kind of issues, doubt, and let me know about it. I hope you have liked about this. I know it's a little bit long tutorial, but it will make sense because local testing is important. Staging environments are not accessible, right? And the second environment will basically see how this local binary works and how you can leverage your scripts, basically the scripts that you have created, wanted to test it out. And if you want to access this localhost 8080 in your Selenium scripts, how you can access them, right? And using the local binary, all right? And how you can update your settings using the app which is available as in the local, right? That will make sense, right? All right, I'll see you in the next video.